Film Gamer here, and I'm reviewing The Running Man starring Glen Powell, the remake that just came out last year. This was a movie that I was ready to see in theaters, and the reviews were like okay, but I was starting my new job, so I didn't see it, and I finally saw it, and it is the first movie that I've ever seen entirely on my phone, which I'm not proud of. But yeah, I give it 3 stars out of 5. Edgar Wright's direction is good. It's confident. I think it's well cast. The problem with the movie is that the main cast member, Glen Powell, who acts well in the movie, is not well cast, unlike everyone else. It's kind of has a bit of a tonal issue because it's very dystopian, but also kind of light on its feet, kind of like an action movie. It reminds me of The Gauntlet, at least at the end, that Clint Eastwood movie with Sandra Locke, who he was in a relationship with. And this movie, I think it's well designed. I like what it has to say. It's in control of its themes. I like Lee Pace, even as the villain. I think Josh Brolin is good, even though he's most of the movie behind the TV screen. Coleman Domingo is excellent. He's the best performance in the movie. And then there are other things that just kind of seem like Amelia Jones kind of seems like an add-on. And after it goes through the book source material, it kind of feels like it doesn't know how to end. And I feel like the problem is they hedged a bit on the ending of like, wow, this could be a franchise. This, let's not go there or something. And they tackle that in the themes of the movie, where they're constantly offering Glen Powell, who's a man on the run of his life for 30 days if he gets caught and he's killed, and anyone who kills him gets the money, or the hunters do. So it's a really basic chase movie that takes place in the dystopian 2025 and is based on a novel by Stephen King. So yeah, I give it 3 stars just because the ending kind of it doesn't suck. It crosses the T's and maybe not dots the I's, but it doesn't feel earned based on like where the story is going. And I get the sense that it was kind of shot that it could be PG-13, or it could be R, or it could be funny, or it could be serious, and it kind of tries to do both. And it does fine at both, but it doesn't make an impression on either or. So, and Glen Powell playing Ben Richards is a guy who's like represents the rage of the working class, and he's a guy who's like a pretty nice guy, and life is working out for him. Like his last movie, he was the love interest to Sydney Sweeney. He was in Twisters, he was in Top Gun. This movie was a flop, but in part because of administrative changes and likely studio meddling. But yeah, Edgar Wright's direction is good. The action scenes are confident. It just kind of feels somewhat spare. Like it feels like a stepping stone movie where, obviously Edgar Wright is really interested in the material. He wanted to remake it for a while, but it feels like, oh, we'll use this movie to make Glen Powell more of a star. We'll use this movie to start a franchise. Everyone in it, aside from Coleman Domingo, feels like they, are just passing through. So yeah, I have to give it 3 stars out of 5. I like the themes. Everything about it was pretty well plotted. It's paced pretty well. Good, little characters like Michael Cera or William H. Macy. They're memorable. But yeah, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.